How's it going, lads? Marshall here. Welcome back to another review on the channel. We got some SBCs tonight, 2 showdowns for, I want to call it the finalismo. I think it's the finalismo. It's the finalismo or finalista. Which one is it? I'm going to say ismo. But it's between Italy and Argentina. It's the champions of the Euros versus the champions of Copa America. So, that is literally Italy versus Argentina, and that is the finalismo. I swear it's lismo. If it's not, please correct me in the comments. But today, we're going to review Romero. Now, I did both of them. You see Romero in the team. You see the left back, which is, I've already forgot his name. It is Emerson. That used to play for Chelsea, Palmieri, I think. But yeah, we're going to review Romero today, and I'll be giving you my insights as well on Emerson as well. Now, Romero's got 6'1" when it does come to height, so it's a decent height as well. Low high work rates. His positioning should be nigh on perfect, to be honest. And 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot with a right foot. Primarily, these stats for a centre-back are literally insane. Literally insane. So imagine if Argentina win, he's going to a 93. Same can be said with the Italian Emerson as well. So it just depends who wins on the night. There's not going to be any draws. It's just basically see it as the Super Cup, right? The Super Cup winners of the Champions League versus winners of the Europa, or see it as like the Club World Cup, winner of like Europe's competition versus South America's in the what is it? Copa Libertadores. So, yeah, just see it as something like that, where it's going to be a final. The winner gets a +2 to a 93, and the loser stays in 91. But even for a 91 rated, this card, for the price that he's at 150 and 140 on the PlayStation, this is a good card for that price, man. Look at a lot of Premier League centre-backs. Not many are as good as these statistically. He's got 90 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. You slap a shadow on 99, 96. Now, the passing, it's adequate. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I think it's adequate for a centre-back. If you want the short pass, go for the short pass. That's naturally what you do with a centre-back. You either pass it to CDMs or you pass it to your full-back. And if you want to spray it to the wings, definitely do that. But don't try and do a through ball from the centre-back to the striker. With that curve, it's not going to go anywhere, and most likely, it will be intercepted. His shooting stats are some of the worst shooting stats I've seen in the game in general. Dribbling, agility is very good, and I'll showcase that in the game and why it's very important, even for centre-backs. Reactions, composure, sensational, 95 and 93. Dribbling's on the low side, but I wasn't exactly going to dribble past everyone with Romero anyways. His defending and physicality are nigh on perfect. Play trace has got dives into tackles, CPU AI traits, which is what it is. But his stats are outstanding. We're going to jump into gameplay now, see how he does, and give you my opinion on Romero. Remember, at the end, I'll also give you my opinion on whether or not Emerson is worth it as well. Into the gameplay, boys. Now, we just got to remember, with centre-backs, right-backs, CDMs, goalkeepers are literally pointless to review this year. But if you look at them, right, I'm not going to get too many clips because they perform this standard practicing game where they're not on the ball too long. They win the challenge, it's recycled, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a striker where I could go on a run from like 50 yards and then tap it in and you'll watch the highlight or low light from that. They're very simple. Basically, he's going to tackle and he wants to tackle well. What I was looking for in Romero, right, because I actually loved one of his earlier cards in the game. I think it was his Inform, the first Inform that Romero got. Utterly amazing card, Cristiano Romero's early cards. And I thought, you know what, this one catches my eye because this one, he'd get into my teams. Like, centre-back wise, he'd be utterly insane, and I was right. He's a fantastic card. Now, if you're going to compare him against, like, a team this season, Ruben Diaz, or team of the year, and Van Dijk as well, I'd probably say they are better. They are better, and they're more imposing and more effective on the games. So if you've got those, I wouldn't be rushing out to get this Romero. I'd probably get the Romero if, say, you could get, over time, the fodder in order to take this price down to maybe 50,000 coins or something like that. I wouldn't exactly like be, oh dude, can I fit him in here? Should I take this player out? If you're happy with that player, keep the player there, mate. You know what I'm saying? So if you're happy with defense, don't change it. I think with Varane as well, Varane's flashback, I wouldn't swap him out for Lucas Romero. I always call him Lucas Romero. Cristiano Romero either. I wouldn't do that. For me, Varane in game is just a bit of a beast, you know what I mean? And Premier League. Joe Gomez's flashback. Trying to think of more Premier League. Connor Cody, definitely replace Connor Cody. He sucks. But he's a very good centre-back, is Romero. And see at the times as well during the gameplay, he's always in the right place. And I love that for a defender. Today, on stream, you would have seen me try a different formation. It's actually the 4-2-4. I'm trying to get that to work in-game. And I believe it actually was tonight as well. I used it again tonight, the 4-2-4. And it was working. Romero was playing his part at the back of a four-man defence, not a 3-5-2, as you generally see everywhere these days. But he started that counter-attack. We get a goal. Happy days. What's the main things that you're going to support with Romero that potentially don't get rid of centre-backs? The main one's going to be the positioning. Not many centre-backs on this game have low-high work rates. Obviously, the low being the attacking work rate and the high being the defensive work rates. There is few and far between that have that on this game. Maybe only about 6 or 7 top-tier centre-backs with it. Cordoba, I believe he has it. Fabio Cannavaro, he's got it. And then from there, you kind of looking at different areas. By the way, in the end screen, you will see other options as well. But there's not too many. So if you're not used to a centre-back with low-high, it'll be a different experience for you. He's not going to be in the opponent's face all the time, but he's going to be positioned just like that to intercept the ball nearly every single time. Through ball comes, bang! Romero in your face. But lads, let's get in the summary. Like I did say, you don't always get too many clips with centre-backs. That was from 3 games as well, by the way. But lads, what we're going to do now is jump in to the summary. I want to talk more about Cristiano Romero and more about the left-back as well. So there we have it then, lads. That was Cristiano Romero of Spurs. We've actually got some other... like I was talking about the low-high work rates, how like there's not too many players. We've got Gabriel Paulista on there and Dante, who is a brand new card, by the way, who does have those work rates. I'm just going to have a look through the other centre-backs with them. We've got Nacho Fernandez, Cannavaro, like I did say. Simon Kjaer, by the way, one of the most overpriced SBCs I've seen this year, especially for what he did at the time as well. Simon Kjaer, by the way, 90 rare player moments was 220k during Team of the Year. I think it was during Team of the Year. That is extortionate for that card. This one's 140, you know what I mean? Kind of ordered again. Connor Cody's got the same work rates. He's way better than Connor Cody, boys, just saying that. Lucas Hernandez, and honestly, going like informs, Malang Sarr, Tomiyasu, GQ, if you're using that league on objective, he's the one with the weird split when it does come to pace. Dante's there again. Yeah, honestly, Tyler Maguire. Who remembers that winter wildcard, man? Utterly insane card. But there's not too many like experiences you'll have where you can get to know a low-high defender. Basically, they're going to keep positioned at all times. They're never going to kind of fall out of position. See, if you drag him forward, obviously that will drag him out of position because you're literally dragging him out of position. But if you don't use him, he's always going to be either the last man, the defender, or the defender that covers. See, if there's a through ball that goes behind your other centre-back, he's going to be covering and going in behind the centre-back to cover up the through ball. Simple as that. It's a different experience. It really, really is. So if you want your defenders basically, what's the word? Structured in their play, regimented in their style. Lucas Romero is going to be that man. That's why I liked him early on as well, because position-wise, nuts. And he had good stats in his first inform as well. And I thought at that stage of the game, he was very, very good. Obviously, we've moved on from then, so this is kind of a breath of fresh air. Very good centre-back. And I'd probably take him over a lot of different Premier League centre-backs. Like I did say, when it does come down to like the better Premier League centre-backs, and if you're comfortable with them, stay with them, boys. Simply stay with them. I'm actually going to see with Romero right now. I've clicked on Spurs, mate. Nobody wants to do that. Wait there, boys. I'm trying to find... I want to see the Premier League centre-backs. Obviously, you guys won't see this later. I'll just talk to you guys. Who I'd probably choose over Romero. So if you guys can, like, feel... If you guys hear this and you're like, oh, dude, that's my centre-back, I'd probably stick with that. So, Virgil van Dijk, team of the season. Ruben Diaz, Tots, or team of the year. Potentially Laporte as well, but Laporte is a lot more expensive. Joe Gomez, Varane, Stones. Stones is a bit weird. He's a bit iffy for me, so I'd probably play him over Stones. I think that's about it. Otherwise, I'd get him in my team. And obviously, he's got that really good link as well to Davinson Sanchez, who was, I think that's a FUT birthday card. He's got medium-high work rates. They would be a good partnership. And that Davinson Sanchez is only 58k. And obviously, when it does come down to Argentinian centre-backs, I don't think we're going to see too many results here. I'm sorry if I'm babbling on over time, but a lot of you guys do ask. who would I play instead of this guy and this, that, and the other. So I do want to help where I can with my personal opinions. Medina's in there. Was he an SBC, boys, Medina? Because he is very pricey. Yeah, he was an SBC. Wait. How much was... Medina was 230k, boys. Jesus. Hey, honestly, this card is better than Medina even stat-wise, I think. And that Medina... How did they get away with this, boys? I'm perplexed. Yeah, he's better than Medina. Better than Senesi, better than Martinez. He's probably, well, he is the best Argentinian centre-back on the game. So, yeah, you can probably go from there. You guys decide what to do. Played 3 games tonight, 8.2, 8.5, and a 7.2. Where is match ratings? Passing, 6. Keep it simple with a centre-back, man. Go to your full-backs, go to your CDMs, go from there. Shooting, probably one of the worst stats shooting-wise I've seen on the entirety of the game. But you expect that from a centre-back, so he's got a 2 in that category. 6 for dribbling. Defensive-wise, you don't want to be dribbling anyways with the centre-back, and he is quite clunky when it does come to dribbling. But the thing is, what's key in that category? Reactions, composure, ball control for the driven passes across your own box, and for me, it's agility balance. Simply because if you're manually defending and you're manually jockeying, you can do it so quick, it's nuts. So the higher the agility on that, the quicker basically you can manually jockey, and I love that, and I definitely love that about the card. It's getting a 9 for physicality. I think it's pretty much as boosted as possible, but seeing as personally I would use a shadow on this card, you don't get the maximum boost in the physicals that you potentially would with an anchor, you know what I mean? So overall rating, for Christian Romero, who I keep calling Lucas Romero, I think it was an Argentinian on a former Football Manager game, which I kept buying, so that's why. I've got no idea why. But Christian Romero from Spurs will get the overall rating of a 9.2 from myself. He's a very, very top-tier centre-back for the Premier League, but if you've got the players I listed off earlier, you don't go out and rush and do this SBC. Simple as that. Will he get upgraded to 93? Who knows? I mean, it's 50-50, right? Argentina versus the Italians. It's going to be very interesting. I think this is the first ever finalismo, I think it's called that we've ever seen. Value for coins, I reckon it's a 9.0. I reckon it's a good price just for his card like this. And with the potential, even better. If he gets the upgrade to a 93, it's an added bonus, basically. And when we come to enjoyment, he's going to get an 8.0. He's not going to be one of those centre-backs that, like, drives passes out of defence. He drives his own dribble out of defence. He's not going to be that kind of flavorful or anything like that. He's going to keep it simple, defend, and be the best that he can in that position. So, definitely an 8 for me. Lads, it's going to be it for this review. I do apologise, by the way, for not getting a single Team of the Season review out since League On Team of the Season started. I was feeling very lightheaded yesterday, so I just chilled, watched football, Champions League, etc, etc. Streamed this morning, and the reviews, they're going to come thick and fast for you guys in the coming days. Stay tuned for that. Hope you guys have had a great day, enjoyed the playoff final, Forest into the Premier League, but I'm babbling too much. Have a great rest of your night. Like this video if you've enjoyed. Comment. By the way, Emerson, I said I'd let you know right at the very end, he's a good left back. That's about it. I think for that division right now, I'd probably go, because he is Ligue 1, right? Yeah, Leon at Ligue 1. I'd go Mendes from PSG. I'd get him at left back, Team of the Season, or even his previous version. I think they're better and more effective right now than that Emerson. Simple as that. You know what? With Emerson, nah. Yeah, I'd definitely go that. I was going to say I could use him as like a secondary CDM. Potentially could, but he's got the high medium work rates. He wouldn't sit back too much. And if he does go forward, he's only got like 71 finishing, boys. But that's going to be it for the review. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like if you did. Comment. Let's see your comments in the comments, because that's where comments go. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.